How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I'm sorry, I don't know why I feel like it should be the other way around. Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. I don't know, it just sounds better to me. Yes, Your Honor. So last episode, we came into the court and we found out that our good old friend Larry Butts, great last name, is a suspect for murdering his ex-girlfriend, who was a bitch and a model and a bitch. Did I mention that she was a bitch? I think I didn't. She was a bitch and cheated on him, so he has, a motive to kill her. But the game is pretty much, making you. Also, I'm the fucking defendant here. I'm supposed to defend my client. I imagine they're not guilty, unless this game actually throws some kind of a curveball, and I'm genuinely supposed to defend a guilty person, so a criminal can walk free. I don't know, but that'd be fucked up. That would be fucked up for a game actually if they did something like that. Oh yeah, I was going to say something last episode, but I forgot. So when I bought this game, and this game is part of the trilogy collection, like I showed you at the beginning of last episode, the first one. I also have like a collection of 5 fucking games, which is called The Great Ace Attorney, which apparently is Ace Attorney except it's taking place in like early 20th century instead of current day. So it's like 100 years in the back. And it's kind of interesting. And also, I think there's actually new Ace Attorney games, except now they're with like a different character. Phoenix Wright is in them, but he's like a support character, kind of like Mia is right now. But actually, I'm not sure if he's in there. But that actually might not be connected to. No, it is Ace Attorney. It has the name Ace Attorney. It's just called. It's just a new protagonist now. It's like, a Phoenix retired or something, and now you have a new defendant. You may begin your cross-examination. My crocs-examination, Your Honor? I'm not wearing Crocs, though. Right, this is it, the real deal. The final boss fight. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Why would he be lying? The fuck? Your client is innocent, right? Well, I don't know, maybe Larry is fucking guilty. I think I actually believe the other guy. Then that witness must have lies in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? No. Larry? Never. How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's the evidence. Compare the witness testimony to the evidence at hand. Wait, do I have like new shit here? Oh, I do. Statue. A statue in the shape of the finger. It's rather heavy. Passport. The victims apparently arrived from Paris the day before the murder. Electricity to Mrs. Stone building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Got a feeling I gotta fucking compare times. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First find contradictions between the court records and the witness testimony. Then once you found the contradiction evidence, present it and rub it in the witness face. Like, really? Like physically? Or metaphorically? Open a court record with the R1 button and point out a contradiction in the testimony. In the testimony. Cross-examination. Nice purple suit, purple man. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. Press. Is a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take a notice of him. I don't know, it just seems strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture. Of course, what the witness means is that the man who he saw looked suspicious. Looked sus, as the kids say. So what happened next? That's Max Payne. That's why I'm talking like that. I gave him a deeper voice. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. half open, you say. Maybe it was half closed. Yes, the door was half open halfway, yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd in a big city like this, I thought. Wait, are we in a big city? Where the fuck are we? I imagine we're in America, since there's an American passport. Fucking who knows? I see, what happened next? That was Max Payne, shit. Thinking is strange, I looked inside the apartment. Something like a Borat voice. What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was half open, you see, isn't only human. I want to peek. No, climb out because they are there, it's the same thing. The fuck are you talking about? Truer words can never be spoken. Anyone would look inside. Yeah, no? Why did Payne cut him off so quickly? Oh no, it's Max Payne. He's probably on drugs right now, or painkillers, or drunk. So you looked in the apartment, what happened then? Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. How do you know she wasn't just sleeping? Are you sure she was dead? Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. Maybe she was just cooking spaghetti and fell. I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well, what happened next? I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. What does quailed mean? So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes, I mean, no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? I thought to call the police immediately. But fuck the police. You thought to call the police? Thought? Does that mean you didn't actually call them? Please, listen to the rest of the testimony. You thought to call the police, what happened next? However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. The phone in her apartment wasn't working, you say? Yeah, I mean, no, it wasn't right. You say you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. Should I do it on everything? I don't know. Why was this a public phone? My town doesn't even have public phones anymore, they removed it. But you know, when this game came out, public phones were probably still around. Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone. See? Doesn't have a cell phone. Who calls it a cell phone? Who nowadays doesn't have a phone? And who the fuck still has a cell phone? In the middle of an afternoon, there was no answer at the nearby apartment. If I had to guess when this game came out from the dialogue, I'd say like mid-2000s. Alright, what time did you call again? I remember the time exactly, it was 1 p.m. 1 p.m., are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. 1 p.m.? Right, doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. Fuck. I'm gonna press him about this. I was supposed to present something that I skipped. Are you absolutely 100% positive? Yes, it was him, no mistake about it. The witness says he's certain. Like 50-50%. That's all of it. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere. Examine the court record with your one button. If something strikes you as being suspicious, then find the evidence that contradicts his testimony and present it to the court. I was going to just shut up. It's about the fucking time, right? Where is it? 1 p.m. Presented. So I gotta present something. Electricity to Mr. Stone building was out from noon to 6 p.m., but he didn't use it. Wait, 6 p.m. Actually, I don't know what the fuck. Oh yeah, she died later. What the fuck? You fucking idiot. What are you, a time traveler? You found the body. He went so fast at the park, he actually traveled back in time. Found the body at 1 p.m. You sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find it hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes that the time of death is sometime after 4 p.m. It's gonna tell you stuff from work. That's the worst thing about reading dialogue in a game like this, or even Yakuza sometimes has such long fucking cutscenes where there's no voice acting and I have to read everything. There's no moment for me to cut in and tell you some stuff. Fuck it, I'm gonna cut it right now. It was boring. There you go. I was drilling holes in holes all day. No, I was drilling some fucking bullshit. No, I wanted to fucking tell you something. What was it? Oh yeah, in my Crash Bandicoot Let's Play, I mentioned how I was going to replay all the PS2 Crash games because the footage I have of them is garbage. And that I should redo them because it's so embarrassingly bad. I actually begun playing through Crash to Insanity again, and you know what? Playing and recording at the same time from a Steam Deck while laying in bed under a blanket all comfy, and recording using OBS from the desktop version is surprisingly nice. Also, what seems pretty cool is that I don't have to fuck around with the settings too much of OBS, because all I have to do is just choose record screen. Because when I record from PC, sometimes I have to like record game, record software, record window. Like I have to fuck around and find out which recording function works and which one doesn't. Also, sometimes for it to properly record, I have to like go into the game first and then quit into OBS, start recording and then go back into the game. And there was this one fucking time when I was recording Half-Life Blue Shift, and for some reason the OBS just refused to record the main menu. It only recorded the game, which was very strange. I mean, I'm glad it wasn't the other way around. That'd be fucked up. But yeah, some strange bullshit's going on with OBS and PC, but on Steam Deck it works pretty flawlessly so far. I'm very happy about that. And yeah, I went pretty much half of Crash Insanity. One problem I have is that OBS records all these like notifications I get, like whenever somebody's playing a game on Steam, it pops up on the screen and it records that too. Or when there was this one episode I recorded yesterday and I was running out of batteries, so the fucking big notification box saying that I'm low on batteries like covered up the screen for like a minute or a couple of seconds, I don't know. The autopsy notes that the time of death is sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this, fucker? Ah, shit. You're really pushing my buttons. Or, is that what Payne's meant to sound like? Made him sound complete opposite. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sochwit. Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? I, fucking made it up. Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. That's what this game's about. Lies always get baguette, like that long bread. More lies. See through one and the whole story falls apart. You gotta believe your own lies and stick to them like they're truth. That's what I do. Wait, I remember now. I just made up some new bullshit. Let me explain. Would you care to give your testimony again? Yeah, sure. Here's the bullshit I just made up. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours. Wait, what the fuck are you talking about? There was a fucking blackout, you dumbass piece of shit. You just said that the phone wasn't working. Because there was a blackout, and now you're saying that it came from the television? What, the television worked on a fucking car battery or some shit. It was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. That's the actual biggest piece of bullshit I've ever fucking heard. I was just joking that he made up some new bullshit, but he genuinely did. Terribly sorry again, the misunderstanding. That's the biggest piece of bullshit I ever heard. You heard a voice saying the time of the tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. This one's easier than the last one. Time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time was probably coming from the television. Fuck you. You dumbass piece of shit. I'm not even gonna ask you about any of these questions. I don't care. You fucking full of shit bastard. Hold right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. Out black, and this record proves it. You could have heard a television or a video. Gah. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sockwood? I went back to me not even holding the controller, just like lays next to me. No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Fucking... How could that be, right? That's strange. Maybe they... I don't know. Had a car battery attached to the television, I don't know. Wait, I remember now. I made the third bullshit. Mr. Sockwood, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. Free corrections are harming your credibility. Also, you don't look very credible. That and you seem rather distraught. Also, your toupee's fallen off. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Which was what? Fucking long time ago. Fucking get over it. Very well, Mr. Sawyer. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. It must have been the voices in my head that told me. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Saw it? You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. Yeah, he's guilty, alright. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. I'll cross-examine this son of a bitch. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. You saw it? But you have your eyes closed, how can you see? That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I can see how you'd be a little... No, you can't see. Your eyes are always closed. You're blind. But you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered that table clock. The table clock? There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? There wasn't. A table clock? Was there a clock at the scene? That's the first I've heard of it. Shit, I don't know. And a murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. The murder weapon? Wait, somebody's been murdered? Yeah, the table clock that was used as a weapon. Oh fuck, I ruined my sound. Fucking so fragile, my headphones. At least they work again for some fucking reason, but it's like if I mess around with them a little too much, the sound from the right just cuts off and it's fucking awful. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? You fucking shit. Don't give me that shit. You're the one on the fucking witness stand. I'm about to fuck you up. Something's fishy here. Yeah, he's sweating so fucking much. Also, what is he fucking doing with his fucking arms and shoulders? That must have been what I saw. Now find the contradiction. Hold on, let me see this shit. Statue of the Thinker, it's rather heavy. There's a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? And a murder weapon. Excuse me, that's not a clock. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock? Wait, is it a clock? What, you with your objections and your evidence, what the fuck are we in court? What do you think you are, a defendant? Just answer the question, Mr. Sockwood. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Max Payne. As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The next is a switch you just tilted, and it says the time out loud. As it does look like a clock, I submit it as a statue. My apologies. I'm kind of a fucking idiot. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness testimony was correct. This is a clock. You have any problems with this fucking testimony? Yes. Your Honor, I have a problem with his face. There is a gaping hole in the witness testimony. Just like his asshole. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Wait, so he went into Larry's girlfriend's apartment and killed her? Man, that sucks. I feel bad for him. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. Maybe he was one of her sugar daddies, but he's a fucking newspaper salesman. Man, that's even worse. It's like getting cheated on is bad, but getting cheated on with some fucking shady ass newspaper salesman, that fucking hurts. Larry should have killed him. I mean, he didn't kill anyone. Lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah, prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. I'll just play the cutscene again. You struck her with the clock and then shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wrong. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Left. Mr. Sockwood. Clearly shown in the picture. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burnt into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? I'm actually very based. Just look at the witness face. Isn't it fucking ugly? Was the witness scared to elaborate? It just struck the victim with the clock? That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard no, I saw, so... Not my face. Shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her and he should burn in hell, give him death. Okay, death sentence to Larry. Order in the court, they say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense claim. Mr. Wright. Your Honor, you have a much more confident stand than Mr. Payne, therefore you're right. Like the sound of the witness heard... Yeah, I don't really have any evidence of anything I said, but it just sounds very probable that this is what happened. And the witness is acting all fucked up and threw a toupee in my face, which was a rather dick thing to do. Rather rude, I'd say. I think I'm actually gonna kill the fucking witness any moment now. You claim the sound of the witness heard came from the clock? Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this, I better think of it too carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Socket heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Try sounding the clock? Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? May I have the clock? There's a video I just saw. I don't know why I saw it. Was it YouTube or Twitter? Where the fuck I saw it? I don't know. I think it was YouTube. Of like a Chinese woman giving an English lesson, and the examples were like, "Give me Coke. May I have Coke?" That already sounds really funny. Like, what are they talking about? Coca-Cola, which I presume is what they were talking about. But it's also Coke, like cocaine. But she kept pronouncing it as cock. So give me cock. It's funny shit. Also, I don't know if you remember, but in Die Hard, there's a character in Die Hard that works in the office, the building, the glass trap, and he's like addicted to cocaine. It's a thing I noticed in the movie I never saw anybody bring up. And he's like addicted to cocaine. And when the terrorists take over the building, the cocaine addicted guy goes to negotiate with them, and they ask him if he wants anything. And he just he doesn't say anything because the camera cuts off a different scene. But in the next scene we see him, they brought him a Coca-Cola. So you can tell that he asked them for Coke, and they misunderstood him. Also, that movie is ridiculous because what kind of fucking German terrorists? Why the fuck would Germany need to terrorize a fucking building in America? Excuse me, you think Germans don't have better things to do than fucking terrorizing Americans? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That's certainly a strange way to announce time. Holy shit. Well, he is the thinker, after all. He thinks it's this time, I don't know. He's not sure about it. So you've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time is it now? It's 11:25. As you can see, clock is exactly 3 hours slow. I had that problem where my watch was slow, but instead of fixing it, I adjusted. And I remembered that, when I look at the time, I gotta fucking take away 5 hours and 5 minutes. And then I'll have accurate time. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mrs. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mrs. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this fucking shit, huh? You've activated my trap card. Ha ha ha. You forgot one thing. What the fuck is he talking about? Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can prove that, you don't have a case. What the fuck? He's right, how am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Shit, yeah, I guess I lose. Fuck. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, my favorite Italian restaurant, where they unfortunately don't have any pizza, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sully. I came all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. You lawyers are all the slime. I thought he said all the same, but he said all slime. I almost had him. Ah, shit. Sorry, Larry. Guess I fucking failed you. Guess you're gonna die. There's nothing I can do about it now. Your Honor, I call to stand Mrs. Stone. Not so fast, Mrs. Solid. Yeah, I mean, Chief. Honey, Chief, listen up, right? Don't throw this away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow on the day of the murder. What the fuck? Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the fact. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Right. Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yeah, sure. Wait. I can't. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Right? Find it and let me have it. And let him have it. Well, Mr. Wright, Mr. Joaquin, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. 3 hours is a piece of evidence. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha, tough words to see you pull this off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. This? Excuse me, this proves your claim? How? I can see what this evidence has to do with the clock. That wasn't it? Not the blackout? Oh shit. One more chance, just give me one more chance. Alright, since you asked so nicely. Be quick about it. Let's see the evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. Cause it's fucking broken, I guess. I don't know, my badge. Oh, that's right, 'cause she was in fucking Paris. And I guess Paris is 3 hours behind New York, or whatever the fuck we are. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Fuckhead? Or should I say, Mr. Fucking Idiot? Yep, proof enough. Jesus Christ, calm the fuck down. Oh my god, he disappeared. He vanished. Order, I say. Mr. Sockett had fucking rabies, that's fucked up. Well, that was fucked up. This case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Max Payne, your witness, he died. He was arrested and had been taken away, Your Honor. Well, that's great. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, guilty. Death sentence. Congratulations, Larry. You get to struggle with the death of your girlfriend in public, not in prison. And with that, the court is adjourned. We can all go home. Forget about the fucked up shit we just witnessed. Turns out that Frank saw it was a common burglar. Oh fuck, we overdid it with the episode. See you fellas in the next episode. Bye.